Right, Lillian, with the last presentation on local jobs for local people, with a focus on the triple helix, which actually affected a lot of other partners on how to integrate systems to manage better military sites and give possible incentives for employment in diverse areas. Thanks.
So, hi everyone. We've been meeting all the morning, but I say hi anyway. My name is Lilian, and I work as a strategist for the municipality of Karlskrona, the executive committee. And as you see on the map, Karlskrona is in Sweden, in the southeast tip of Sweden, with the Baltic Sea all around us, in a beautiful archipelago. I'm talking about the fourth pillar, creating local job for local people, and with the approach of triple helix. And when I'm putting on the next slides, you might think, what has this to do with all military sites? And I'm going to give you an explanation. The history of Karlskrona is a long history. You're going to have another picture of that. But the telecom city as a brand is a triple helix concept, and we have worked with that for 18 years now, and we're still working on new military sites that is going to be regenerated. And the thing is that to reuse, to create local job for local people, you have to have a vision and an idea that is sustainable over time. The vision of Telecom City is an international leading development environment, focusing, very hard focusing, niched on telecommunications. And to get the attraction, you can't be too broad in the things that you are going to develop. You have to have very strong idea. The triple helix concept is about working together for a common goal, and to do that over the sector barriers. The Blekinge Institute of Technology, our university, was founded 1989. From the start, the first chancellor said that we are not going to be a small university doing everything. We are going to be a small, very, very focused and niched university, and we are going to work with telecommunications and IT. And that was quite bold in 1989, but the need for the companies that had started in Karlskrona was to recruit very educated people, and so the university saw their role as being a part of this collaboration. And of course the municipality had a need of more inhabitants, more taxpayers, more growth. So they had all different driving forces, but they saw these key actors, because there is always some key actors. In this case, it was the chancellor of the university, it was the mayor and the politicians, in the executive committee, and it was some very key players in the companies. Companies like Ericsson, at that time pt.8 was the name. We had mobile operators that became Telenor, Vodafone, and that kind of companies. So they had very strong driving forces to get people to Karlskrona, and the municipality has its driving forces, and the new university wanted to allocate people, students, research, and money, of course, to do this. A little bit about the history and the connection to urban repair and military sites. You can see that this is a graph of how our labor market has been since 1900. I could say that the city of Karlskrona was founded 1680 of just one cause, more or less, and that was that the king at that time wanted an ice-free harbor. And so he went out in the south. You know, Stockholm is quite up in the north, in the middle of Sweden, and he pointed with his hand and said, "This is going to be my naval base," because it was ice-free, and we were always in war with the Danish. So we had some, we had to defend the southern parts of Sweden, and that was the way it was. And you can see that the defense and the shipbuilding industry was so totally dominating, and it's even two peaks. It's World War I and World War II. And then during the 70s, 80s, it was declining because of budget cuts in the defense, and you all know about the shipyards. And in the 80s, middle of the 80s, it was really dark. You see the manufacturing part of the labor market was going down, and the unemployment rates was very high. At one occasion, I heard someone say that it was so dark that people said, "Last man, lock and just turn off the light." And that time, the thing happens. The thing that the journey that we have been doing and still are. This is where the triple helix comes. You can see where it starts in the graph with the red. That is the founding of the university. It's the founding of the network Telecom City, and it's still growing. Today, when it was so dark, we were back at the same level of inhabitants that we were in 1930s. So what's happened from then to now, today, it's all-time high. We have never been so many inhabitants in Karlskrona as we are today.